Before we begin, let me take a few seconds to say this. If you care about your health after 50 or 60, and you want reliable knowledge, genuine advice from a doctor who has walked alongside countless older patients, then hit that subscribe button and join us here at Health Hub Central. Every week, my team and I will bring you stories, insights, and even small lessons that can truly change your quality of life. And I'd also love for you to leave a comment after watching this video, share your experiences, your struggles, or even just say hello. Because sometimes, your story might be the spark of hope someone else is looking for. You are not alone on this journey. Together, we're building a community where age is not a barrier, but a gentle reminder of just how precious health truly is. Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Thomax. I've just turned 60 this year. And today, I want to share something with you, something many of us have quietly gone through, but rarely put into words. Have you ever woken up in the morning, placed your feet on the floor, and felt your knees as stiff as wood? Or maybe after just a few minutes of walking, your calves start swelling, tingling, as if your legs no longer belong to you? I know that feeling, not only because I'm a doctor, but because I, too, have started facing it myself. And every day in my clinic, I hear the same stories from so many patients over 60. One of my patients, Carol, age 72, once told me, "Doctor, I just want to walk down to the end of the street without stopping halfway to rest. I don't need to run a marathon, I just want to keep a little independence." That sentence stuck with me. Because it wasn't only about her legs, it was about freedom, about trust in her own body, about the dignity of life itself. When we turn 60, we often think these changes are simply aging. Joints stiffen, skin wrinkles, muscles weaken, just nature taking its course. But the truth is, that's not the full story. Something vital is silently disappearing from our bodies: collagen. I want you to imagine collagen like the scaffolding of a building. When we're young, the scaffolding is strong, holding everything up, joints stay flexible, skin firm, blood vessels elastic. But by the time we reach 60, we've lost about 75% of our natural collagen. Now imagine a house that's lost 3/4 of its scaffolding. Would it still stand strong? That's exactly what's happening inside us. Patients often ask me, "Doctor, is it because I walk too much that my knees hurt?" I usually smile and reply, "No, the problem isn't that you walk too much. The problem is that your body no longer has the raw materials it needs to repair and rebuild after movement. Collagen isn't some strange supplement, it's been in us since birth. But when it fades away, the price we pay is pain, stiffness, heavy legs, and the loss of confidence in every step we take." Now I know when people hear the word collagen, they think of expensive pills or imported powders with glossy ads. But here's what I want to tell you: collagen doesn't have to be complicated. Our bodies are smarter than we think. They can regenerate, if only we give them the right building blocks. And those building blocks aren't hidden in pricey bottles. Often, they're right there in the simple foods our grandparents kept in their kitchens for generations. Over the years, I've studied, researched, and observed my patients carefully. And I've discovered 4 natural, collagen-rich foods that can help the body rebuild, reduce swelling, restore flexibility, and bring strength back to your legs. They're not just nutrition, they are time-tested remedies, confirmed by modern science. Before I share them with you one by one, I'd like you to pause and reflect. Maybe you're sitting on your sofa. Maybe you're holding your phone, or maybe you're rubbing your knees while watching. I want you to ask yourself, do I still remember what it feels like for my legs to feel light and strong? If your answer is, it's been a long time, then here's the good news: that feeling isn't gone. It's just waiting to be reawakened. Let me share another story. Harold, 78, came to me with stiff knees. He said, "Doctor, I just want to walk into my garden every morning to see my tomato plants without having to sit down halfway." We adjusted his diet with the foods I'm about to share with you. 6 weeks later, he wasn't just walking, He was pulling the hose and watering his plants himself, something he hadn't done in years. When he returned to my clinic, his eyes sparkled like a man who had gotten part of his life back. "Doctor," he told me, "I feel like I've regained a piece of myself I thought was lost." And that's why I believe this wholeheartedly. Age is not a sentence. It's simply a reminder that we must care for our bodies in new ways. Like a garden, when the plants are old, you can't abandon them, but with water and care, they can still bloom. So today, I want to invite you into this journey, not just to ease pain, but to restore confidence, lightness, and joy in knowing your legs can still take you wherever you wish to go. Because I believe you don't just want to live long, you want to live strong, live free, live independently. So let's begin. In the next part, I'll share 4 collagen-rich foods, familiar, old friends, you may have forgotten, that can be the key to helping your body heal from the inside out. Liver, the forgotten building material. For years, liver has been misunderstood, called too fatty, or unhealthy. But in truth, liver is one of the most complete foods for supporting collagen. If gelatin and bone marrow give you the bricks, liver provides the cement, the scaffolding, and the blueprint. It contains vitamin A, copper, zinc, and glycine, all essential for linking collagen fibers. Without them, no matter how much protein you eat, your body struggles to repair damaged tissue. One of my patients, Eileen, 75, had skin so thin it bruised like paper. We started adding a small portion of liver, mixed into ground meat, once a week. 2 months later, she returned with a radiant smile. "Doctor, my daughter doesn't call me porcelain mom anymore. My skin isn't tearing so easily." Yes, liver has a strong taste, but if you blend it, make pâté, or season it well, you'll be surprised at how your body responds. Bone broth, liquid gold for health. I like to call bone broth liquid gold. Quiet, humble, yet it seeps into every joint and vessel. A 2021 study showed that people over 60 who drank 1 cup of bone broth daily for 8 weeks had 50% firmer skin, 34% fewer leg cramps, and nearly 50% better mobility. But beyond numbers, it's about the feeling, standing up with ease, walking lighter, sleeping deeper. George, 76, once suffered nightly from foot numbness. We added just half a cup of broth to his breakfast. 5 weeks later, he said, "I slept through the night without waking from numbness. And in the morning, I walked better than I have in years." To make real bone broth, patience is key. Simmer for 18 to 24 hours with apple cider vinegar to extract every nutrient. When it cools and turns to gel, that's your collagen, ready to serve. Bone marrow, renewal from the simplest things. When I was a child, whenever someone was ill, my mother would simmer a pot of bones and scoop out the rich marrow. We didn't call it a superfood. We simply called it food to get strong again. Now science explains why. Bone marrow is rich in collagen type 1 and 2, along with hyaluronic acid and glycosaminoglycans, compounds that lubricate joints, rebuild cartilage, and retain water in skin and vessels. One patient, Harold, 78, had knees so stiff he had to rest after 10 minutes of walking. We added roasted bone marrow twice a week. Within a month, he not only walked longer but also slept better, free from night cramps. "Doctor," he said, "my joints feel smooth, like they've been oiled." Bone marrow isn't fancy. Roast it, spread it on bread, or add to soup. Its simplicity hides its power. Gelatin, the quiet rebuilder. When people think of gelatin, they remember jiggly desserts from the 1950s. But I'm talking about pure gelatin, extracted from connective tissue, a predigested form of collagen that's easy to absorb, especially for older stomachs. Remember Carol, the patient I mentioned earlier? She doubted me when I suggested a spoonful of gelatin in her morning tea. 6 weeks later, she came back saying, Doctor, I walked all the way down my hill without stopping. I haven't felt this light in years. What makes gelatin special is its 3 amino acids, glycine, proline, and hydroxyproline, the bricks of collagen scaffolding. Studies show that just 8 to 10 grams a day for 2 months can reduce stiffness by 20 to 30% and improve calf muscle strength in people over 65. Have you felt heavy legs at the end of the day? Gelatin may be your body's whisper. Give me the tools, and I will heal myself. 3 extra keys, because food alone isn't enough. After decades as a doctor, I've learned nutrition is the foundation, but lifestyle is the roof. Sleep. Collagen rebuilds most during deep sleep. A restful night is as vital as a bowl of broth. Vitamin C. If collagen is the brick and liver the cement, vitamin C is the mason. Citrus, berries, or leafy greens will do. Optimism. Chronic stress breaks down collagen faster than age. But a calm spirit and a simple smile are medicine for both skin and joints. You see, there are no secrets locked away. Gelatin, marrow, liver broth, humble foods, paired with sleep, vitamin C, and a hopeful heart, can unlock freedom for your body after 60. My friend, after all we shared today, I want you to remember this. Health after 60 is not the end of the story. It's a new chapter, where your body needs more love, more care. Sometimes, people think strength can only come from expensive medicine or therapies. But often, the answer is simple. A spoon of gelatin in your tea. A bite of liver. A warm cup of broth. A piece of roasted marrow. These can all become quiet companions on your journey of renewal. I've seen dozens, hundreds of patients return with brighter eyes, steadier steps after just weeks. And every time, I ask myself, what if more people knew these simple truths? Perhaps we'd see fewer aching knees, fewer restless nights, and more peaceful smiles across faces in their golden years. So let me leave you with a question. Today, are you willing to give your body a chance, even with just one small change in your meals? If your answer is yes, then your journey has already begun. And before we part, I ask you to help spread this message. Tap like if this video gave you hope. Share your story or questions in the comments, because your words might guide someone else. And if you haven't yet, click subscribe, so we can meet here every week to protect our health, our joy, and the freedom our bodies deserve. You deserve to be healthy. You deserve to live fully. And sometimes, just a bowl of bone broth or a good night's sleep is enough to remind us, age is not a limit, it's just a number on the journey of life. I'll see you in the next video. Wishing you peace and a body full of life.